It's LXWL here, coming at you with my CyberDragon deck profile. CyberDragon has always been one of my absolute favorite decks in the game. I've played it through so many formats. I really love this deck. I just keep trying to adapt it so it can play the best against what the meta is now. So I've been tweaking around with it, and I've been playtesting this for a couple weeks now, and I really enjoy it, so I wanted to just showcase off my deck profile to you guys. And of those of you that are from my Instagram page, I put a vote out, and this was the deck that you guys voted that you wanted to see the updated profile for, so this is the deck that I'm bringing you. It would mean a lot to me if you guys could like my videos and subscribe to my channel, trying to get to that 100 sub mark. Without any further ado, we'll hop right into the deck profile, starting out with the main board. So we play 3 CyberDragon. Pretty much standard in any of your CyberDragon decks. You're going to want 3, machine dupe him out using one of the smaller CyberDragons because they share the same name, easy special summon when your opponent controls a monster. Just really good card overall. Then we play 3 CyberDragon Hers. Really good interactions with Galaxy Soldier. Being able to pitch that, get yourself a search, and then obviously Galaxy Soldier searches itself out, and then you have another discard for cost of Galaxy Soldier to get you 2 5s on board, or your 2 machines for a link summon, which is just really nice. I really like hers at 3. I wouldn't cut any of the CyberDragon numbers from what I have them in my personal own build, just because I find they work the best. Then we have 3 core. You want to see this your opening hand. You want to be able to get the normal summon for the easy search. That way you're good, and you don't have to worry about it. He's also machine dupe target, same with hers. Most of the smaller guys are machine dupe targets, so that's just stuff that you want to do. Machine dupe, make your opponent scoop. If only that was still a thing. Then we got 3 Nasher. Nasher being the card that came out of dual power, really gives this deck bonus power, like just easy strength on putting out boards and stuff. Like, just the things you can do with this card is crazy. Like, probably some of the best support that's ever come for CyberDragons right here. I should say it's a must of 3. Then we play triple Galaxy Soldier, because playing CyberDragons, you want those level 5s. This guy's pretty free in the deck, especially since throwing things in the grave in this deck is not a bad thing for the discard cost, especially if, like I said, if you get hers off, you get the free search and everything. So Galaxy Soldier is a really good card to run in this deck. Then for hand traps, I'm playing 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring and 1 Effect Veiler. I chose Ashes and Effect Veiler just because I really like the Ash in the Sky Striker matchup, and Effect Veiler is pretty good against the Orcus deck and stuff like that. In my sideboard, I have more options to answer those decks, but like, just to have something in the main, and like Ash really hits any draw power cards. Like, if you're versing Mystic Mine, you can at least Ash their like Pot of Extravagance or Called by the Grave, or not Called by the Grave, Card Demise. So I find it comes up pretty good. But those were the 3 hand traps that I chose to play in the main board. Now for other monsters here, we have 1 Chaos Dragon Lemonier, 1 of the Destroying Kaiju. He's just really free for you, the Kaiju. Like, he's a machine, so you trip it off something, then you can just contact fuse with him into your Chimera Tech Dragon. Like, just an easy play to get over things. Or against Sky Striker matchup, just leave them there so they can't use their spells against you. Chaos Dragon Lemonier, I've been playtesting in this deck. I had it at 2, but I felt 2 was a little cloggy because you don't really want to be banishing all your CyberDragons all the time and stuff for its effects. But I mean, getting this effect off can very much so help you win the games and stuff. Like, really good card to just try out in this deck if you haven't already. Then I run the 1 CyberDragon Veer just as the little extra thing. Like, he just extra body on board when you get a summon of a CyberDragon monster off. He's easy to use to go into the link or whatever you need to go at that moment in time. Now on to spells, we have Foolish Burial, 1 for 1, and Monster Reborn. These are all just really good one of spells that, you know, you're going to want to see. Like, you want a Foolish Burial, pretty much like Hers to the Grave, or even Core if you need to. 1 for 1 to get your Hers onto the field for free. Monster Reborn just to extend your combos a little bit farther, push for the OTK damage, and get that win off by OTKing your opponent. Then I run 1 Revive System and 2 Repair Plant. I find you don't need any more than 2 Repair Plant. You might even be able to cut it down to 1. It's just nice to have for that extra thing to add something back to your hand in case you've used a lot of your resources and you're, you know, running low, you can at least grab a light machine from your deck to hand. Or if you have the 3 or more, it's even better. And then for your reverse system, just once again, kind of like Monster Reborn, you're just using it to extend, maybe push for some extra damage, plus whatever CyberDragon you special summon off of it is protected from card effects from being destroyed, so that's kind of nice, just a little bonus there. Then I run 3 fusion spells. I run Cyberload Fusion, Power Bond, and Overload Fusion. I really like the 3 of. I mean, obviously this one's searchable, so it's kind of like the better one, but Power Bond can be an instant game winner by using it to bring out your Chimera Tech your Chimera Tech Dragon. Just getting him out with that, your Rampage Dragon with Power Bond can be game sometimes if your opponent can't answer the attacking, because he's going to come out with double attack right away. He's going to attack 3 times, which can just sometimes push your opponent in for the game. Then obviously we run 3 Machine Dupe. In CyberDragon, the Machine Dupe is just so free. All you guys are CyberDragons, so you just get one of the little guys out, get 2 of your big guys, you go into link plays, your overlay plays, whatever you need to do at that moment, the push for damage, it's just all really well worth it for Machine Dupe. Then we run 3 Cyber Emergency. This card lets you search out any of your CyberDragon monsters that you need at the time, like get your core if you didn't open up your core, get a CyberDragon if you didn't open up your generic CyberDragon. Like whatever you need at that moment, your Cyber Emergent covers. Plus, people ashing it is kind of useless because you can just discard a card and bring it back to your hand, so that's really nice. Like, just a really good card overall. On to traps, I run 1 Cybernetic Overflow. I also run 2 Crackdown. This is just for interrupting your opponent on their turn. You don't really have a lot of that in CyberDragon, so this at 1, just so you can set it up, you just banish CyberDragons that you don't need, you blow up stuff on their board and set them back, and then Crackdown, I'm just trying to simplify the board, right? I want to steal something they have so I can easily OTK them next turn. You know, maybe interrupt their link combo or something like that with Crackdown. It's just something that I've been trying out in the deck, and it has been working pretty well so far, like being able to just steal a monster for free. I mean, you can always just link it off if you need to on your next turn or whatever, but just to stop your opponent from going off and simplifying the board state is easily possible, so you can just go in and OTK. That's kind of like the goal of my CyberDragon deck, so that's what I've been focusing on, and I find Crackdown is a very good card in it. And for our last trap, we have Evenly Matched. 3 Evenly Matched. I find since you're going blind second, even though this stops you from your OTK, which is kind of like the purpose of the deck, you can at least just shut down a board. Like if they've overextended, like Pendulum players, they like set up all these negates, and you can play through like 1 or 2 of them, and then just evenly match them, make them waste the 1 negate they do have, or whatever it is. Somebody sets 5 back row, you just evenly match them. If they can't negate this could be game winning. Like you could just blow your opponent out with that, because then the following turn they're going to be maybe top decking or have 2 cards in hand. If they can't combo off next turn, you're going to OTK. I always find that if you're playing a going second deck, evenly matched should definitely be either in the main or at least sideboard. Alright, we'll hop into the extra deck now. I run double Rampage Dragon. He's your OTK potential. He comes out, pops 2 back row. He can attack 3 times by sending machines to grave. Like, all in all, really good. Depending on how you bring him out, you can boost his attack up with the Link monster. You can boost his attack up with Power Bond. Like, so many ways you can just OTK with this card. Then I run 2 Mega Fleet Dragon. Just simple, easy outs to your opponent's monsters, like Link monsters. Like, it's so free. Like, I'm thinking about bumping this card up to 3 even, just because that's how powerful it is against some of the bigger Link decks. Like, just being able to be like, nope, goodbye your Link monster. Get a 2400 beater out. Pretty good. And I've been playing 2 Fortress Dragon. You don't really need 2. You probably only need 1, which is what I might cut one of these for the extra Mega Fleet. But he does come up, and he is really good. I mean, obviously, with the Kaiju play, you Kaiju off of opponent's problem monster, then you can just contact fuse with him to get rid of the Kaiju in one of your machines, and then you're set up for game there, because it's CyberDragon plus 1 or more machine-type monsters. So, like, you're going to have a CyberDragon, you give them Machine Kaiju, and there you go, you get a 2000 beater. But I think Mega Fleet might be better right now, just for the force habit of getting rid of Link monsters your opponent controls in the extra monster zone. Then I run 1 CyberDragon Seer, 1 Cleefort Genius, they're just kind of your two easy machine targets. This guy's really good. You can protect your cards and stuff. The CyberDragon and Sager, he just easy pluses. Your opponent tries to attack and you can boost a CyberDragon up to 4200. Like, really hard for them to get over things. Like, you can even blow over Chaos Max with that card. It's kind of funny. And then Cleefort Genius, he's just your two generic machine monsters. He's easy to make in the deck, so why wouldn't you play him? Then, for my other two Link monsters, I run one Decode Talker and one Nightmare Griffin. They don't come up as often. I just kind of have them in there because in theory they're good, but like you don't really make them all that often unless you're like really have a good extension hand. But they can help you out in certain games. They might get cut later on. I'm still kind of working out the extra deck for this, but as of right now I'm running these two. Then we have double CyberDragon Infinity. It's your negate in the deck. I mean, for you it's easy to make. You're going to contact overlay or whatever onto Nova, and then you just are sitting on that. You can eat a monster on your opponent's side of the field in attack position. You gains attack. It's pretty much just really nice. It's kind of like one of your only good plays, I would say, going first, if you call that a good play going first. And then obviously the double Nova, so we can get into Infinity, plus free special summon off Nova. When he comes out, you just detach one, special summon a CyberDragon for free. And then the last card in my extra, which I've just been trying out recently, is number 5, Doom Chimera Dragon. In theory, he can be good. Like, you can bust out a lot of level 5s easily, so I figured I would try him out. I mean, he gains 1000 attack for each material. I've only really got him off, I think, once or twice playing, but I've had him at like 4000 attack, and it's not terrible. I mean, I just wanted to try this out for fun because I thought it was kind of a cool card to use in CyberDragons. And now just on to our sideboard. So in my side, I'm playing a little bit of a Kaiju package. I got Gamma Seal, the Thunder King Kaiju, and Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. This mainly just sided in if there's a deck that kind of brings out a lot of heavy monster boards that don't really set up too many negates and you can just easily Kaiju Slumber them away, or if you need that extra Kaiju to just get rid of a problematic monster your opponent's playing when that for some reason can't be targeted or destroyed or something annoying like that, you can just, bam, get rid of it. So that's the theory behind the Kaiju 100. Plus, I mean, you're trying to OTK, so getting rid of boards is easy. You just give them a weak Kaiju, give yourself a nice one, and then continue with your CyberDragon combo. Then we're playing 3 Artifact Lancia. Lancia is probably like one of the better hand traps, I would say, this format. Just being able to shut down Banish Zones, like you shut down Orcus, you shut down zombies. If you see Cosmos, you could probably shut down Cosmos with this. Like, it's just an overall really good hand trap to just shut down some people's turn. Like against Orcus, if you can get this off early on in the turn, it's pretty much like a turn pass. Like, what is Orcus going to do without being able to banish anything? That's why I really think Artifact Lancia should be in your sideboard for this format. Then I have 1 Galaxy Cyclone and 2 Twin Twisters for back row removal. Just in case you see that annoying Mystic Mind deck or anything else you need to hit back row stuff off of. This, I find this is really good. You probably just run 3 Twin Twisters if you wanted to, but this is just the way I'm playing it. Then I'm running 3 Book of Eclipse. The reason behind Book of Eclipse is Thunder Dragon's still an annoying matchup, not being able to search anything. CyberDragon search a lot, so I like being able to just Book of Eclipse down their Thunder Dragon Colossus and just be able to do my searches. And then you're going to run over everything on the board anyway, so it's not like you have to worry about giving them draws or anything, because you're going to be destroying the stuff on your turn by just attacking 3 times with your Chimera Tech Dragon to run over everything. You just need to get the initial searches off first. And then for the last card on the side, I play 3 Goes and Match. I mean, you're only going to control 1 attribute of monsters, more or less likely. Sometimes it conflicts with some of your extra deck, but I mean, you're only really siding this card in as if you absolutely need it, just to shut down your opponent. Like, if you could, this card can shut down your opponent's entire deck, you're not going to be worried about not being able to get into access of some of your monsters. It's just, this will probably win you the game alone. Especially when CyberDragon, it's not like you really need all of them or anything like that. You just want to be able to simplify the game state, OTK. And that's game. So that is it for my CyberDragon deck profile. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are on my deck, or if you guys think I could improve anything on it. But that is pretty much how it is. Like I said, I've tried out some new tech cards and stuff like that just to try to make them a little bit better. Going first still sucks, but that always how it will be with CyberDragons. I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile, and have a good day.